Hey guys, last week I just did a bit of a stock take on the 240, but this week it is time to start getting stuck in. So when I did the 911, I did everything mechanically, just using a grinder, and it makes a hell of a lot of dust and a lot of mess. This time I'm going to give some paint stripper a go, just to see how it works. I haven't really got much experience with paint stripper, but can't be that hard. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scuff everything up lightly, just quickly by hand with some sandpaper, just to sort of give something for the paint stripper to attack into, and then we'll start putting this on and see how it goes. Alright, I covered everything in plastic because that's what I've heard you is the right way to do it. I'm just having a look at it, and it looks like I must have put it on a bit thin in places because there's lots of bits that aren't bubbling up, but let's take the plastic off and see how it's going. But you might also notice that I moved outside because I decided this is going to be too messy and I don't want the paint stripper to strip the paint off the floor. So out here I think is much better. So okay, after 2 rounds of paint stripper, I've realised that it is messy, horrible, awful stuff, and at least for me, it is not worth the headache and the mess to do it. I mean, I was worried about the mess of grinding it all off. I think that's much less than this disgusting mess, and whenever I wear gloves, I have this weird compulsion to rub my face, and with this stuff on, I really don't need to do that. So I'm going to wash this all down now, and I'm going to switch over to grinding because 2 rounds, there's still heaps of paint on here, and it's just messy and horrible, and I've had enough. Next! First discovery. Look at the depth of this dent in the front. They just bogged up. It was just completely full of bog. I haven't even bothered grinding back over this side yet because it's just so much dodginess on this bonnet. The other issue I've got is that up the back here, it's been braze welded together, and there's all these pits and this cracked area along here and stuff. Basically, I'm not happy with this bonnet. I think it's junk. So I'm going to leave that for now, and I'm going to continue on with other parts and see what I can find. This bonnet doesn't look like it originally went with this car. I could already see some of the bog parts lifting, so I'm going to sit this aside and get some of the other bits out and see what else we're working with. More dusty work. I've got these. I've got 2 sets of nose cones. There's one on the car, and there's these 2. This nose cone here is in really good shape. This one has obviously had a nose hit, and it was obviously part of the same accident as the bonnet. And yeah, they just bogged it up again. I don't like that at all. I don't know what they've done inside, so I'm going to take the other ones off, and at least I've got 2 sets of both, so I can use the best 2 that I've got. So hopefully the other one of this is a bit better. So more dust. I've attacked the nose of this second nose cone that I've got, and this one, although it is straighter, it is completely eaten out with rust. So this rust on the inside, all through here, it actually goes all the way through, and it's pretty much paper thin, and there's not much left of it. So I think I'm going to have to go back to the other one, and I'm going to have to do some pretty creative panel beating to see if I can get it back into a reasonable shape. I got a new disc, a new wheel for my grinder. It's pretty expensive, so I'm hoping it will do the job because I kept wearing out the flat discs. So let's give this a go and see if I can get some paint off this guard. Have a look at how many layers of paint were on this car. There's the grey primer, then there's orange, then there's yellow, then there's like blue, grey, pink, grey, something else, pink, and then silver. There are a hell of a lot of colours on this car. I definitely think it was time for it to be taken back to metal, that's for sure. Alright, so you can see here now that I've ground it all back, down the bottom of this guard, there's been a big dodgy rust repair put on here. I assume it's for rust repair. That I think I'm going to have to cut out and put in again. And even over the whole face of this is quite rippled. There's some big sort of repair marks through here, so I'm going to try and see how much better I can get that piece. A bit of rust on the top edge here that I'm going to have to get rid of. Overall, I think this guard is salvageable. It's going to need a bit of work. I think I can bring it back up to speed. That is a lot of dust. It's a really messy, horrible job, and it's not fun. And it's raised a lot of questions. Probably raised more questions than it's answered. For example, go back to these two headlight buckets which I have. These are both for the same side, but I have this one which it's completely rusted out from the inside, and it actually, the rust is coming all the way through. It's yeah, like it's pretty much toast. So that one's junk, but then this one, which has very little rust, it's actually really good on the back. But it's been badly dinged in the front, so this is going to take a bit of panel beating to bring it out. It's also been badly dinged on this side here, which is it's been repaired in here. It's not great. The other issue is that it's not the right shape. Like this one is pretty much round, and this one is oval. The whole thing has been knocked way out of shape, and for, you know, if I sit this on, this one sits on nice and straight and square, and it fits nicely. This one does not. It's sitting really high here, it's sitting low there, it's sitting in here. The whole thing needs to be pulled out and beaten back into shape, which I may be able to do. Seeing as I'm almost out of time today, I might just give this a quick go and just see how I can go tidying it up. Start bashing. Alright, I've done a lot of panel beating on this, and I've brought the nose way back out better, so now it's flush. These parts here were actually punched in and just full of bog. There were holes that were just completely full of bog, so I had to flick all that out. It has split along this edge, So I'm going to have to re-weld it up, and there's a bit of welding and grinding, but the nose actually looks like it is mostly saved. I'm not a panel beater, by the way. For any of you who are new, I'm just a hack that's taught myself along the way. So it's getting a lot better. I've got this edge sitting much better. It's still not perfect. I still need some more work. Well, for starters, before I had to actually stretch to get it on. Now I can just slip straight onto the bolting points. But it still needs a little bit more. Still needs a little bit more playing, a little bit more fettling to try and get it to sit where it's supposed to go. So, bit more bashing. This is still, you know, it's still low there. It's still high here. I've managed to bring this corner out a little bit, but yeah, just still needs some more playing. Alright, you can see now that this is sitting, I'll hold it in the right spot, this sits pretty reasonable. All the way around, I've got it to sit pretty decent. It's not perfect, but I mean, it was been pretty mangled, and I'm pretty happy with the result. Same with the nose here, you can see it's not a bad shape when the bonnet's sitting at the right spot, and again this bonnet is mangled as well, so there might be a bit more, but I think that has actually shown that I have saved this headlight bucket, and with a little bit more playing I think it could be pretty good. So so next week I've got to see if I can weld this up and grind it up and get it so it's just perfect. So there's a little bit more playing around, but I've run out of time for this week, so I guess it must mean it's time for Fun Facts with Mrs. Jeff.
Hey guys, last week we were talking about the origin of the Dat Motor Company. Now, it wasn't until 1931 when Dat released a new smaller car which they called the Datsun, meaning son of Dat. It wasn't until 1934 when Nissan took control of Dat that they changed the name from Datsun to Datsun. This is because son, S-O-N, in Japanese means loss. And sun, S-U-N, is of course also a tribute to the Japanese flag, and that was the beginning of Datsun and Nissan together.
Alright, that was it really didn't look like I got much done, but it was so much work grinding back through all those years and layers of paint and bog and everything else, just getting back to the metal, just getting back to these things. I've still got a little bit of thinking to do to see whether I'm actually going to use some of these panels, whether I'm going to get replacement panels. I really want to try and repair what I can. So yeah, I'll see whether I'm going to use these parts or get new ones. I'll let you guys know. Let me know what you think. As always, new videos every Friday, and I've also the new Datsun shirts are in the store now. Mine is on order, so I don't have them yet. But if you want to help the channel out, go and visit the store and get yourself some shirts or hoodies. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel, Home Built by Jeff, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at the same place. See you guys.